Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Denver, Colorado. I'm so glad you could join me today. I have a beautiful little birthday card for you today made from the Simply Elegant suite. I'm using the Simply Elegant Specialty Designer series paper and the bundle, the stamp set, and a punch. And so let's just get started. Okay, here is my card. It is just so pretty. I love this paper. Now, I've showed the paper before. This is the piece I'm using. It's got this on the back. Now, the stamp set is called Elegantly Said, and it is beautiful fonts and wishing a wonderful birthday. That's the one we're using today. Anniversary. There's thank you, for you. True love stories last forever. So it could be used for any number of things. It's got this beautiful filigree corner. It's got this border. This little piece that I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's pretty. And a flower. And so that is what I'm using. And the other piece of this is this punch, which cuts out this amazing banner. And the card that I made, I put the banner end on both sides, and then the inside is this stamp embossed in black. And yes, black and copper are coming back in the new catalog, which goes live tomorrow, which is May the 4th, which is when this video will post. And so here we've got wishing you a wonderful birthday. And then I've used some cord, gold and silver, because I've got gold, silver, and copper in this. And that's new this time with this suite, as I recall. So that's what we're going to make. And let me tell you the pieces you need. This is a regular standard base that was 8.5 by 5.5 scored and folded at 4 1/4. And I lopped off 1 1/4 inches on one side. And then the other pieces that we need are, I need a piece of basic black that is 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go on the inside. Then I have a piece of smoky slate that is 5 by 3 3/4, and that's to layer on. And then I have a 1/2 inch strip by 5 inches to go on the inside of our card. For the outside of our card, I have this piece of black, which is 5 1/4 by 2 3/4, and then this piece is 5 inches by 2 1/2 inches. Then we need these two pieces of paper to make our sentiment. This piece of a smoky slate is 3 inches by 1 1/2 inches, and this piece is 1 3/4 inches. And let's see, this piece is around 5 1/2, which is plenty big. I'm going to show you how to cut your label out of the punch. In fact, we can start there. So I want my label, if I look at the card that's made, I want the label, I want this part of the label to be 3 1/2 inches long. So I put my marks on here with a pencil, here and here, which is 3 1/2 inches, which gives me enough room on both ends to use my punch. So let me show you how this works. Unlock my punch, and working from the back side, what I'm going to do is put my paper into the punch, and I'm going to pull it right up through the punch itself. Now I'm going to come along here until I see my pencil mark, and you see it, let's see, right in here. And that is where I want my pencil mark, on that corner. So I'm going to set that so it is right in the corner. straighten out my piece of paper and give that a punch. And you can see where my pencil mark is and where the corner of the piece is. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to flip it around. Well, first I'm going to get the piece of paper out of there. Flip it around, and I'm going to draw this back up and through the punch until I find my other mark on this other end. And that's how you can set how long this piece of paper ends up being. And there, I'll bring it up here. You see my pencil mark right here on the paper. Now I'm going to back that up so that it's right on the corner there. Straighten out my paper and give this a punch, and there I've created my piece to go on my card. And then this will do our stamping on, and that's all there is to it. And you can do the same thing and make your punched item be as long or as short as you want. You certainly can just take a piece of paper and punch this out, but you can make it longer by doing what I did, drawing it through so that you make your label or your punched item, your tag, any size you want. Okay, that's it for that. So I'll move that out of the way. And I think we should do our stamping next. So I've got here my two pieces of paper I need to do some stamping on. Now, this stamp set is red rubber, so you really don't need any cushioning. And I'm going to put my message on here. Now, I did that one in Memento, and I think I'm going to continue to do that. I'm just going to get my image good and inked up and put my message on my paper here, right in the center. I suppose I could have done that in black embossing powder as well. And yes, black embossing powder is back, and so is copper. They're coming back this time. So now I need a piece of scratch paper, and I'm going to put some of this image. This is that beautiful image, and I'm going to use my Versamark ink, and I'm going to put some of that image on either side here and then on the corner of this card here. So I'm going to ink up my image, and let's see, I'm going to use my embossing buddy here to make sure that I don't get any black powder where I don't want it. Okay, so I'm going to put this image on this side of my message. And then I'm going to ink this up again. Yeah, that's on there. And I'm going to use this other side because it's a little different configuration, and put it on this side of my words, right in there. And there I've got my embossing done on that piece. Now I'm going to bring in this piece for the inside, and I'm going to again use my anti-static tool here to get that covered. And I don't want this whole image on that corner. It's awfully big. So I'm just going to put enough of an image down here to kind of just capture that corner. And there we've got it. Okay, good. So now I've got my black embossing powder. And I'm just going to tuck this corner in the embossing powder and tap it off. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? Looks like I've got a little extra embossing powder there. That's great. We're all set on that. Now this piece. I'm going to dunk one side in. Tap that off. And then do this end. And let's see how we did here. This I'm not very happy with. So I'm going to go off camera and do this piece again and restamp it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got that now. We're right back where we left off, and I'm going to heat set these two pieces, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we have our pieces heat set. So we are right to the point where we can put this card together. Okay, once you get your stamping done here, this is pretty darn fast. We're ready to go here. I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back of this piece and get that centered here on my label that we made. And I'm just not going to push that down until I'm entirely satisfied that that is on there straight and with the right amount of margin all the way around. That looks pretty good. Okay, so that piece is done. Now let's see, this piece, let's go ahead and finish our inside. This piece is ready to go on the inside of this card. Then this piece goes down next. Okay, then this piece goes down next, and that will finish off the inside of our card. There we go. All right. Now to the card front here. These two pieces get adhered together. All right, this piece is ready to go on the front of the card. Here. All right, like that. Now this piece is going to be put on with dimensionals, and I'm going to use my black dimensionals. And let's see, this is the top, so I'm going to put 3 across the top. This piece is going to go on here, and I put dimensionals on these 2 points. So as long as I've got that centered on the front of my card, and I use that as a guide to add the other dimensionals, we should be good, and it should be straight, and we should have no dimensionals showing. So there we go. Now, I did use, this is new this year, it's gold and silver cord, and I'm just going to tie a bow using one of each. This card paper has gold, it has silver, and it has the copper on it. And so I thought it would be kind of fun to use both of the colors together here. And pull this bow tight. And I'm going to use a glue dot to adhere that to the card. So I'm going to take a glue dot here and fold it over on itself, and then add that to the back of the knot on my bow and put that into place right up here in the corner on my sentiment. Okay, now the only thing left is a few pieces of bling, although this is awful shiny, doesn't need much of anything. I thought adding the rhinestones to bring out the silver in the paper would be good. So I'm adding some large ones to the 2 ends here, and a couple of these medium ones around the card, and maybe one right down here. There we go. And that is our project for the day. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, well, I'd love to be your demonstrator, or you could join my team. We've got a very special offer going on, at least through the month of May, to join. And it's, instead of the $125 for $99, it's $155 worth of products for your $99. And of course you get to pick whatever is in your kit. So it's a great deal, good time to join. I've said a little bit about what kinds of things we do on our team. We have lots of fun. We a very good supportive team of people, and we do blog hops, and we've got we do swaps every month, and we've got trainings, and we've got lots of resources for people. We have help for people with social media and all kinds of things, and I can support anybody on my team. For those who just want the discount, that's just fine, and for those who'd like to do more, we can help. So that offer is going to start when this video is posted on May the 4th. And please, my information is always listed below. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel and you'll never miss a video. If you click the little bell, you'll be notified every time I put up a video. Let's see, this is May, and my price is, I'm getting to the point that it's the same every month. It's a $60 shopping spree on me, and you get to select your items out of any live catalog. Be fun to pick some stuff out of the new catalog, and you can put yourself in the drawing by putting an order of any size on my store, lbedinger.stampinup.net, and you get to it through my blog, www.ingenuity.com. Well, that's it for me. Thanks again so much for stopping by, and I'll be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye!